This next technique is I'm kind of planking, and so I'm going to be here planking on my elbows and on my toes. This is a very similar position to how I lay when I'm cross-legged, but of course I'm laying on my opponent. So from here, what this develops is it develops a lot of core strength, just keeping this plank position. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my legs. So switching my legs to one side, then back to the middle, and then to the other side, and back to the middle. Switching my legs one way, back to the middle, and then the other way. So learning how to switch your hip when you're on the cross side is very, very important for a lot of different situations. I'll show you from this angle where I'm here, resting on my elbows and switching my hips, switching back, switching my hips, switching back. So from the cross side, we'll see how this position is used, or how this movement is used. If I'm laying on top of someone, let's move here. So from here, when I'm laying cross-side, a lot of times I'll switch my legs to make it easy for me to mount. So I can set up my step over mount. Right? So from here, I'll switch my legs. It makes it easy for me to step over to mount. Okay? From this situation here, you guys can see is if he tries to put me in the guard with his knee, what I'll do is I'll switch my hip again. This prevents him from putting me in the guard, right? So from cross-side, I'm always switching my hip if I want to mount, switching my hip this way to mount, or a lot of times if I'm attacking his arm and he tries to put me in the guard, I switch my hip to prevent him from putting me in the guard. So when you're on top, you're always switching your legs a lot just to set up different attacks and different positions. You turn your head around the other way. So from here, he's pushing on my hip sometimes. I can switch my hip here, set up an arm bar. Or from here, switching my hip to set up the Kimura attack. So there's a lot of times where from the cross side you'll switch your hip just to set up different attacks, or to help you advance position, or to defend his movements.